So we would have panelists. We have Professor Paramita Dey, who had given her video message to us. She's a head of resource and waste at National Institute of Urban Affairs. Over to Akram.
And
Akram,
Mr.
please.
Akram Haq for inviting me to this event to share my views. My apologies for not being able to attend the live session. Now, coming to the topic for discussion today, it is very well known that single-use plastic packaging is mostly light, cheap, flexible, and lasts for thousands of years. However, its low value makes it difficult to recycle and resell, which makes it more susceptible to mismanagement and improper disposal. In recent years, single-use plastic packaging waste has become a major concern. According to the ADB reports in 2015, this accounted for approximately 47% of the plastic waste generated globally. India produces more than 25,000 tons of plastic waste daily, which is nearly 40%, of which nearly 40% is not collected, and this litters the environment. According to the Ministry of Environment, Forests and Climate Change, MOEFCC, over 34 lakh tons of plastic waste was generated in the financial year 2019-2020, which is an increase of more than 10 lakh tons compared to 2017-18. Now, the recent COVID pandemic in which we are all reeling has significantly increased plastic waste. This has stimulated us to review our practices so that we can rebuild better using more sustainable green and resilience model, thereby boosting livelihoods and providing an impetus to innovations in technology. According to me, the following three-pronged approach can propel this transition to a better, plastic-free world. First of all, we need to strengthen the implementation of government policies, regulations, and commitments for a circular economy of plastics. Take, for example, in India, the MOEFCC has announced the notification of the new Plastic Waste Management Amendment Rules 2022 just last month, this year, and the ministry has proposed a blanket ban on various categories of single-use plastic items, among other changes. This amendment rule is a very important step for reducing pollution caused due to littered plastic waste in the country. It provides a framework to strengthen the circular economy of plastic packaging waste. It promotes the development of new alternatives to plastics and provides further next steps for moving towards sustainable plastic packaging by businesses. The EPR guidelines will give a boost to the formulation and further development of the plastic waste management sector. The crux of the EPR is the polluters pay principle. In this case, it aims to hold manufacturers and producers of economically unsustainable plastic items financially and socially accountable for the pollution these materials cause. Now, the second thing, there is a need to boost stakeholder engagement to prevent plastic pollution and introduce circular economy practices. Several alliances and coalitions involving civil society organizations, corporations, waste collectors, recyclers, and governments have been formed at the global level to achieve waste reduction and recycling targets. For example, there's this Alliance to End Plastic Waste, there is an alliance called Break Free from Plastics, and there are many such more. In India, UNDP has created a partnership with Hindustan Coca-Cola Beverages Private Limited, Hindustan Unilever, HDFC Bank, and Coca-Cola India Foundation. The aim of this collaboration was to bring traceability within the system and connect all the stakeholders. UNDP was even facilitated as a key partner by the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs as in the Swachh Sarvekshan Awards 2020 under the Swachh Bharat Mission 1.0. Now, we need to do more work on these lines. And thirdly, we need to rethink the current delivery models and invest in innovations, pilots, and demonstration projects And of course, these need to be scaled up fast and fast. For example, in the FMCG sector, the packaging can be done in such a way that they are packed into reusable or repurposed containers in contrast to single-use plastic bottles or sachets. One can explore options for reverse logistics services, which are designed to return used goods and packaging back to the business or retailers and owners to a destination that captures value or responsibly disposes of the products and materials. The next thing is that we need to enforce strict EPR or extended producer responsibility by mandating and adopting of EPR plan by engaging the electronics, automobile, and packaging industry. This will require the producers to establish a system for recycling used or end-of-life products by themselves or by third parties. There's a need to develop a robust tracking mechanism and provide oversight of compliance to waste management rules and regulations. It is also vital to build an incentive-based structure around this to ensure better compliance by producers. Just to give you a few examples, the Hyatt Regency in Delhi, for example, they announced the launch of its in-house water bottling plant. This fully automated water bottling plant aims to end the use of approximately 1 million plastic bottles a year by switching to reusable glass bottles. And this process saves about 28 tons of plastic waste every year. Another example is that of Nestle. Nestle, as you all know, is one of the largest food and beverages companies. And this company has committed that 100% of its packaging will be recyclable or reusable by 2025. They have made a number of global commitments, including the elimination of non-recyclable plastics. In 2019, about 87% of the total packaging by weight and 66% of the total plastic packaging was recyclable or reusable. Now, this sets a very good trend for others to follow. And I would like to end with an example of what we are doing at the National Institute of Urban Affairs. We try to preach what we practice. So just to give you an example of what we did lately, just before the pandemic, we completed 154 workshops as part of the capacity building initiatives of the Swachh Bharat mission. We took care to ensure the use of upcycled and recycled products during the course of the workshops. The workshops were emphasized, in the workshops, we emphasized eliminating single-use plastics. So we use glass bottles, we use file covers made of paper. As a token of appreciation, we gave resource persons felicitations and mementos, which were made from recycled materials. We gave them plants. The certificates and awards that we gave were also prepared from recycled paper. So I would like to end by saying that given the enormity and exigency of the plastic crisis today, the governance around management of plastic waste will have to be more and more rigorous. Thank you.